What's up, fellow gamers? Welcome back to Let's Play Sidewinder's Flashpoint. Since we last left off, we crafted a big high-level assault rifle. We crafted a big level 5 assault rifle here, pretty strong stuff, and I want to do a quick, recap on what happens when you craft some custom gear. So we left the barrel slot open so we can modularly add and detach the suppressor. I'm going to leave it on because that's going to be the way we're going to use the gun. But because we crafted by baking on the body mod here, means we didn't have to build a crafting bench to build it, and it means we didn't have to figure out everything else for making it work. It's just fused on now. We can never remove it. Same thing here for the optic. We got a pretty solid blueprint for this, and so fused it onto the weapon itself. We also had a heavy damage intrinsic, so we got to add some accuracy and damage, and spoilers, and we had an accuracy intrinsic. We baked that on here as well. But because we baked on a body mod and an optic, and we used 10 gold cubes in the craft, we guaranteed 2 randomly rolled intrinsics. So we have the forced on intrinsic here for heavy damage, the forced on intrinsic here for accuracy. We have the normal mod slots here for the body and optic taken up, but because we baked on an optic, we got a random roll optic mod. Now these are usually less powerful than the mods themselves. They're usually about as powerful as the intrinsics. Oh look, it's about the same power level. Who would have thought? But hey, you get a freebie intrinsic here of plus 4% flat accuracy. Not a huge deal, but it's useful. The other one though, actually quite nice. We get a flat 30% crit bonus damage. And my experience has been that basically any weapon type can come with crit damage as is intrinsic here, which is part of why I like crit builds so much in this game, is because it's actually not that hard to get a good amount of crit damage on your weapon. So here we've got a 1.8x crit damage, which is pretty good considering my character comes with plus 25% from the display link, which means I've got 2.05x crit damage. With the investment being just craft a weapon and put in, I think it's literally the only cyberware right now even in the eye slot. Nothing else even exists, and so it's kind of free real estate. And look, I have 2.0 crit damage. Congratulations, that's a really, really big deal. I've already got a pretty solid 44 crit chance. Sure, not everyone can do this. Not everyone has Cybernite traits here, where I get a ton of bonus tech and a ton of bonus crit chance. 15 tech and everything else adding up to quite a lot. But there are still ways to stack crit chance through talents and whatnot, and yeah, I think it's very, very powerful. So ultimately, this ends up being a really, really strong gun. And yeah, once you start finding level 4 and level 5 weapon blueprints, I think this is where you really want to make sure you have a nanofab, and you can go craft a really, really strong gun. So this is going to carry me for a very long time. I did not forget the suppressor. Useful stuff here. I actually should remember to save this as this slot, because I hadn't done that before, and I got it wrong in the past. Anyway, now that we're ready to go on to take some missions, let's go talk to our good friend here and go spike a CPU under in a K-milieu data block. They keep it hidden. It's connected to no quantum networks, a passive isolation, and we're gonna go run this down. It's actually a CPU spike. Okay, I thought it was a Q gap. I guess I'm just wrong. No, it is. Okay, it's just called a CPU spike for some reason, but this is normally what's considered a Q gap spike mission. Now the nice thing is we get a new map layout for this playthrough, which is cool. We're gonna give him a ton of influence. It's gonna be pretty much for sure limit breaking here. We can go buy the Matrix Snoop because it's worth it. We'll buy it from Jacob because we can. We need to run a hacker, of course, and here we go. So we've got our gunslinger laid out, setup here, and let's go ahead and give you into a sniper setup. Let's go for, we gotta go for the silenced one. I'm blanking, there we go. And that's looking pretty good. Cool. So you've got your level 4 sniper rifle with a good silencer on it, revolver for the secondary, melee for the secondary here, level 5 AR. Pretty normal look up here for this setup, and then, yep, SMG and urban assault. This is the squad here. Great. I'm gonna go run this and see how we do. Actually, real quick before I go on this one, we have these 2 in the trainer, but I'd like to see if I want to use the field up center for anything. Looking like there's nothing I really want to do. I could add some cred chips to add some flat money, but I'm feeling pretty good about money as it is, so we're not gonna bother. We're gonna go run the green escapade, and we're ready to rock. We are boots on the ground here at the Matrix Terminal, and sole access point to the buried data block is inside their fortress, and it's way over there. Fair enough. Get me to that terminal, and I can do the rest, but if things get hot, watch my back. I don't spike well when I'm getting shot. Sure, makes sense here. We got some ground to cover. Let's try to not be too hot. Makes total sense. Alrighty. So, welcome to the Route 5 bypass. We are getting close to power level 5, which will give us more money, more XP from missions. I don't know where the exit's going to be, so I don't know if I should route through this side or the other side before I land at the exit. I would like these free loot boxes, But I guess basically if I run to the left, I get 2 boxes, a lot of dead space, then I get here, and then we see an exit, you know, here or something. There's going to be a lot of running around the rest of the map to get everything else. I guess the exit is here, it's fine. But I'm betting that going this way is overall better. We still have to make this walk, or I send one person to solo it, which I'm kind of down. I think, yeah, I'm going to send one person to solo this, and they can probably bypass these cameras, no big deal, and then come back join the team, and I think we'll be okay, sort of overall. Let's go see what these guards are doing on their turn, so I know if I need to be worried about them. You're not useful, and neither are you. They are, of course, in full cover, and in fact, this guy mostly faces a wall, which is kind of funny. Whatever. Alright, so let's pop Tactical Surge. We know we're going to be safe from these 2 guards, so let's go ahead and let them spend their action points. There's no reason to wake them up and make them angry. Yeah, you're standing around, sure. And you do get to see that way, but you are kind of against the wall there. Guarding over there. Okay, fine. Alright, so yeah, let's load up the team. And worth noting, though, this guy's gun is quite loud, so yeah. Noise of 40, max range of 23 means you're basically always going to wake someone up if you go for combat. So you seem like the kind of guy who's going to go and just grab boxes for me. So I'm going to run you to here. Let's get the right amount of AP. There we go. Go here. The goal being to hopefully be in marker sights range to, like, be a little bit useful. And then keep the run going. Just want to get to the box. We'll see if that clips in or not. There are some guards over here, but I'm pretty sure I can bypass them as needed. Cool, we get another heavy damage blueprint, which is nice for an intrinsic to build another AR at some point. And a cred chip is decent here as well. No special leverage, just the matrix dupe here. That's fine, you're done. Cyberknight is thankfully not super loud now. Just got to make sure I get line of sight on everybody. Feeling like I'm going to go here. That'll get me in range of 1. And then we'll clean up the other guy afterwards. That should be no big problem. Looks like no new info. Not really. That's fine. This kill seems decent. Nice crit. Good job. That pops Steamroll. My team is in range for that one, so they do get the benefits there. I'm going to have you delay, or yield I should say, so that everyone else can have their turn. This guy could snipe, but I think I'm going to leave this guy alive for now. His vision range will not see a corpse, and so there's no significant concerns in him, you know, doing too much, going too far. Range there is 18 meters. That seems acceptable. It'll be a little bit inside of minimum range, but it should be fine. Let's put you here. I can't outrun my team by too much, so I think it's okay that he's going to be, you know, stopping, spending 3 action points, and just being done. Going to keep running towards that bridge, though. You should be fine where you are. And then Gunslinger the pistol should be really no problem at all for cleaning this up. Let's make sure we spend the right amount of AP. We're going to shoot from cover. Because this guy is fully hidden, he will be getting the surprise attack. If he crits, good luck. No crit, so he's going to get spotted. But he'll claim the kill. Alright, so decent enough here. Team is spotted for now, but it'll start decaying every turn or 2 as there's no longer any living witnesses. And we can start running up towards this way, and we'll take the long route here through all these boxes. And also, if we can get low security level, that would be good. I think for now, killing the guards is fine. We could have maybe bypassed them, but it's fine for now. 3 Talia turns certainly going to add up. Oh, camera saw a corpse. That's going to require... Oh, that's going to be annoying too. Okay, I've got to kill you. Yep, you're guarding around. Okay, so... I'm thinking... Let's run up here. Okay, there are really no guards inside of the map. I'm feeling like a security scramble makes sense on this. I think we can have the CK go and run towards this box. That seems fine. Could have waited for more guards to use their turn up, but it's not a very big deal. We'll move the Gunslinger. Oh, is it like a... there's like a gap in the detection, I think. So basically, you are often not expected to get seen through scenery. These things don't... yeah, it's blocked by cover, but there is a very small gap, I guess, somewhere around here where it doesn't count as full cover, and so the thing can actually look up and see you. Is what it is, so I'll have to run this way, I guess. Maybe it's hugging the wall. Hugging the wall gets like too close. I couldn't tell you what's going on there. Whatever, it's not a big deal. We just run here. No new security incidents. There will be one. Oh, you're coming closer. We're fine for now, though. Even if you turn, you're not going to see anything. I don't really care. And then, am I comfortable with you getting this kill? Because I can't get line of sight easily. It's telling me if I stand here, I can get at you. I'm just barely in line of sight, so I'm going to trust that the game is accurate with this one. Oh, I just somehow just barely sneak by. That's fine with me. Let's go marker sights. Let's go iron grip. I might iron grip after crosshair lock to get my recoil back. But I think I can play to one-shot him here. It's not a guarantee, but my crit chance is so high it's going to look decent. We get a big crit. That's going to pop savagery here, which is cool. That lets me walk another step forward. Go here. This is going to let me pop run and gun. So more accuracy, more damage. Let's iron grip for more pure damage. And then I would need to crit to kill, but the chance to crit is pretty high. I didn't get enough damage. So he's going to rat on me, and that sucks to suck. What's my initiative going to be? It could be worse, so I should Overwatch. And there's actually not even a guarantee I land this through Overwatch, but I don't want to risk getting shot, so we're going to do this. And that should work okay. Mistakes were made. It is what it is. Just going to run my team up, and we'll just keep making progress as best we can. We can turn this off next turn, and then make a more aggressive move. So we're going to get told on, yep, intruders have been spotted. People are getting moved around by the security AI. Fine. My SMG definitely is not keeping up with how durable guards are. It's fair. I spent 6 full AP with a bunch of buffs, and it did not kill. I'm not terribly surprised, to be honest. You're going to be moving. I guess we should wait and see what you do. You were not told. You're going to move that way, which is fine with me. You're going to cross that bridge. You're standing around. You're going to move, but I should be able to Overwatch you. Yep. Okay, that's something at least. That pops his savagery and his recoup. Sure. Or no, just a savagery, but actually, yeah, it's both. Savagery was down up until, or like wasn't usable. Anyway, that gives you enough time to run and grab this and then try to get out. So, no reason to go back this way. I don't need to go through all these guys. A nice recoil blueprint, that's pretty solid. I should honestly take the reload while I can, and then start making my way back towards the team. Maybe go through here and join them up on this side. I expect we'll kill a lot of these guys, so that'll be a decent spot to come through. Let's have Upsell knock down the motion field sensor. As far as the camera, I think we can... I'm not going to bother. Like, it's not quite worth. Just going to have you run straight forward, basically. I think we're fine with where these guys are. They're going to be running towards him, not us. There's no bodies getting seen or anything, so I think we can play kind of in the open here. There's always a chance I'm wrong and they start moving around randomly, but for now I'm feeling okay. Spend 2 AP to grab the box. Okay, cool. This is a revolver blueprint. This should be better than the revolvers I've got, so that'll be a pretty nice damage increase. We get far enough away, this camera is unlikely to see me, although it's still possible it can. We'll have Egress grab this thing as we try to sort of spread the action point cost kind of equally. This is one of the new high-level weapon mods. I don't know what it does exactly. We'll try to find out at some point. Let's put you behind this box. And then you're probably going to grab this one as the CK comes up. Again, trying to spread the action point price equally and make sure we're all kind of grouped together. Yep, camera turns on, doesn't move. You're standing around still. No new info for the Sec AI, so I'm not expecting anything spicy for a while. Yep, you're going to keep going the way we thought you were. You told this guard, hey, by the way, be alert. I've been told by the AI to go do stuff, so shares the alert status. This guy, yeah, he's going to get seen if I run around too aggressively, so let's kind of loop around. I'm not in a huge rush. It's going to take a bit till we're really fighting for the middle, so you can run around like that. It's totally fine. Let's have you wait for the rest of the guards to move. Sick AI making you move. You're not going very far, though, and unfortunately, you're in high-quality cover. Yeah, you're going to be hard to shoot. Oh, well, is what it is. Best I can do here is just kind of run forward. Going to be hard to hug the right amount of cover here, so I'm kind of going to... I do want this box, though, and I do want to kind of group up relatively soon, so... I'm going to just stand in the open here. I think it's safe enough, although you might turn around, and this might have been a big risk. But let's go ahead and look ahead and get some info. Can I get 3? Yes, I can. Okay. Yeah, you might turn around. That's bad for me, and you're going to keep moving that way. That makes sense. Okay. Might need to deal with this guy, then. Might need to use, like, thrown bullet or something. Or, actually, potentially... If I go all the way up to here, I can use hold up and stop you. So I'm worried about this camera a little bit, but I can't do much about that one. Yeah, I think this is a good time to use hold up. I'm behind boxes so that these guys won't see anything. I'm worried about you doing something with your initiative. And so I'm going to need to run up here and just stop you in your tracks and say, don't you dare move. I think that'll be fine, and we can pick up the rest in a little bit. I think it is likely we're going to fail our secondary objective. With the guaranteed tally per turn, it's a little bit hard to make really good progress. Oh well. Let's grab our loot, and then he's going to be for sure... Oh, I haven't seen this before. This is another scope. I'll see. It's probably for an assault rifle or something, so we'll have to see what that one does. This guy is alert but stunned. He'll be stunned for all of next turn. Camera sees him, so that's unfortunate. Oh well. But again, up until this turn, there's no new information for the AI, so I am able to wait. Let them all waste their turn. Right, you should have no new info. You shouldn't go hunting. My soldiers will be fine for now. Let's let them all act. You're stunned, as expected. Okay, you're just on a patrol route. You're just guarding, as expected. These boxes are blocking your line of sight. You're standing still, as expected. I'll wait on you to see what this guy does. Okay, you're moving to hunting. And you saw a corpse, which means, yeah, even more tally coming in. But it's time to play the game. It's time to fight. So I'm tempted to go... I don't want to shoot you yet, because you don't know anything. Ideally, we kill these two. And actually, you're the least important. You're still stunned for all of this turn. And the next turn. So this is the most important kill. This guy we can't easily bypass, but we've still got time. So I'm going to say, yeah, let's move up and start taking some shots here. I can get close, but I don't need to. I don't think there's a reason to get much closer. So I think we'll have the damage to get this kill. I think this will be playable. At worst, I got Atomic Stutter, so I'm feeling pretty good about this one. First shot's pretty good. Your other AP we can spend walking forward because we might as well. Let's have you move up and start going for pistol shots. Again, visibility is not a real thing. Them seeing the body timer, though, might mean this guy gets sent to go investigate this way. Right? There's new information, so I gotta make sure I'm under some level of cover, which I don't actually have. You're not scary, but, like, this box might not be good enough for me. But it feels like kind of it is what it is sort of situation, so we're going to walk up anyway. Going to go for Flush to reduce your armor a bit. We're supposed to have decent armor, actually. It's not going to matter because we're going to kill you anyway, but even with Flush, right, still decent armor there. Was at 36. So there's one kill. This guy can't report anything because he's stunned. Unique can try to run up. I think Tactical Surge right now is decent. Above everyone else for next turn, which seems worthwhile. So the question is, do I want to go and try to take kills on any of these guys? This gun is a lot louder than the previous one. Noise radius of 33 actually requires a bit of finesse. So like, I can try to kill this guy. But I've got to make sure I'm in the right spot to not have you hear it. You're at 19, and you're not really a real threat. The bigger difficulty is getting this guy without having you hear it. Which requires going pretty far. Like, I'm pretty concerned about running all the way up to here, take the shot. That seems pretty suspect. Yeah, you're going to start hearing it as well, so... It definitely became more difficult. It might mean I'm just going to run up and go for an Atomic Stutter. And, like, walk into, like, melee range or something. So yeah, I am tempted to run very far up. And we're going to grab this box at some point anyway, right? So, actually, you know what? Screw it. Let the camera see me. I don't care. Yeah, honestly, let the camera see me. And I'm just going to stun this guy. I'm going to start with here. This allows him to not turn around and see me. Which means, if I was hidden, I would keep it. Yeah, I'm hidden, so I can keep the hidden status. So I'm going to stun you. I'm just going to walk and grab this loot. Nice, we got another revolver blueprint. And then my soldier, if I had, held on to my talents a bit longer, could have been in tactical surge range, but being here, he should still be hidden. This should be totally fine. I think this guy's going to be really annoying to kill, so I'm going to Actually, I don't need to pre-marker sites. The reason to do it would be to ensure that if my soldier has a light initiative roll, this guy is still debuffed. But I'm honestly willing to just wait. It's not like I'm starting the cooldown early or anything. We get an escalation. The escalation is 1 tally. They send the chop shop. They send the berserk. Okay, fine. So the guards on the other side of the map are going to be moving over. Okay. Yep, on the way you go. You're stunned. You are heading back. You can't quite see me yet. It's time to grab some kills. So you're stunned for 3 turns. You're stunned for just this one. And my hacker has enough movement points that he can go for this fight, which seems decent. I think this is pretty playable. Let's do it. Shot 1. Not bad. Shot 2. Not bad. Do I want to take this camera? I don't know if I care. Let's just wait and see what happens. You're running over. That's expected. Sure. Alright. Well, everyone who matters is already in gunshot range. So let's just switch over and go for the kill. I'm gonna have the soldier kill this. I'm gonna have the CK go for this because you're in range already. Great. Down you go. You have not wasted your turn yet, so I've got to wait for this one. I need to yield behind. Right, you're stunned for this turn, so let's let that stun happen. There we go. Soldiers have no problem getting this then. See how far do I want to go? I could go to like here and hope that I kill him in 1, but I think that's actually a bit too risky. I'm going to start by going somewhere like this. Actually, you know what? The Urban Assault, only one other person hears it, so I think this is slightly better because the gun's going to do more damage. This is basically a guaranteed kill. Let's just spend the action points. Yep, down you go. You heard gunfire, but again, you're going to die, and you're currently stunned anyway. And I don't care about this camera seeing me. Let's just move forward. There's your run and gun buff. Good for you, buddy. Let's keep yielding, and then you can go claim this kill. That seems pretty decent. No one else can hear the gunfire. Your crit chance 44%. See ya. Good job. Alright. Well, more guards removed. You need to reload. You also need to make sure that you are safe with these folks running up. Actually, you know what? I might play really aggressive here with the goal of using gun kata to get a lot of damage. So if I get to here, I expect that I can step out and take this shot. And with the 6 AP left, I can use that twice. It's not a guaranteed kill, but it seems fun to risk it. Oh, my hit chance sucks because you're in good cover. Well, you're in mediocre cover. So I need to actually use Flush to break you out of cover here, so that gun kata looks better. Let's use the revolver for it, I guess. Does more damage. I might as well. I don't see a reason not to. I am definitely not guaranteed this kill. This actually could be a very large mistake. Coin flip, hugely fortunate. Time for gun kata. Yep, with your armor being, or your cover being gone, it's looking a lot nicer. You're obviously kind of real. You're not nearly as bad. Some recoil, sure. I'm not surprised you missed. Thankfully, our initiative roll is higher than yours, so I'm not too worried about it. I'm going to go for called shot. Just get the guaranteed. Nah, I shouldn't. Let's just take the regular shot. Coin flip, whatever. Not bad. I'm going to yield. No, actually, I can't yield. The odds of my initiative being good enough to stop this are low. I do not have Tactical Surge. I will have pre-computed, though, and so realistically, I can just end my turn. If I get unlucky... No, Unique's going late. Okay, I should use Link Watch then. Because you're going to run at me, and I need to stop you. The odds of that happening are quite high. We're going to get some more security tally. It is what it is. Reinforcements are hopefully far enough away that we can get out. They're over there. They're going to run around, but we're going to try to hide from them. Chop Shop, Blooder, and a Shock Top. Sure. Yep, so here's the Blooder. Here's the Shock Top. And here is the Chop Shop. They are pretty tanky. We've got decent weapons. We're going to move on. All right, you're going to sprint towards the team. Nothing else to do. Bye. We're going to play on this side of the map now. And yeah, under sec level 4, just not realistic. Yes, we got some extra tally from everything else we did with all the corpses, but Oh, yeah, I've got to reload as well. I'm going to see what you do, because I'm pretty sure Blink Watch should be fine here. First shot stops you. Goodbye. End your turn. Thanks very much. CK gets to go reload the AR. And this is going to see me next turn, but it is what it is. Yep. Sec AI is following me. They're going to get there at some point, but that's fine. All right. Let's keep running. Make it to the host. We're going over there. What is tally? Who cares? You get to go try your best. Yeah, the gun is loud. They would all hear it, basically. So, we switch over, we reload, and honestly, armor is kind of high, but it's not horrible. The scarier thing is, you know, yeah, it's just not that horrible. So, some buffed evasion, some recoil. I can get the recoil back, though. Shot 1, nugget, guaranteed glancing hits. Shot 2, that might have been a glance. No, that should have been real, I think. Oh, no, these are all... Yeah, these last 2 were glancing hits. Well, it's really unfortunate that I rolled misses on 84% twice. They got upgraded to glances, but kind of unfortunate. So we get even more kind of infractions as a result. I think, actually, it might not be anything new. Anyway, you're going to die. You're the farthest forward, so you can kind of take that. You're going to have to reload. Let's go get upsell onto the Matrix host. And so now we just kind of protect his back. See there's more reinforcements coming in. Shouldn't be too bad. Let's get the mission done. We've got a relatively small space overall. Let's load all our stuff. Let's even include loading spoof. So yeah, we are in a yellow Matrix host, which is basically the difficulty of the ice on the host itself. And then we have a Sidewinder AI, which is how hard the escalations themselves are. All right, so I think actually it's specifically, yeah, it's ice and I think how much tally. No, actually, no, I think the tally requirement is always tied to the AI. I could be wrong with that one, though. I have to double check, but I'm pretty sure it's one of the two. Anyway, oh, neat. Oh, that's cool. There's like new, okay, that's neat. This is new. This is newly added today. So we'll sleaze you, and it's like, yep, you've been sleazed, but hey, by the way, you're a tar pit. Okay, cool. It's already duplicated here, but that's kind of neat. I'm down for that. Looks kind of cool. Plenty of stuff here. I am very likely to null op you if you suck. Any action, any action, any action. Yes, screw this. Null op, goodbye. Do I care about these cameras? Not particularly. I'm going to bypass this. I don't care. Alright, let's keep moving forward. Damage to connection and +4 AP. I will tank connection damage. I'm just going to sleaze. Then I'll go here. And then connection use must be killed at the end. That's fine. Need to load new passive ice. Go here. AP and connection, again, will go in this order. Connection health. Okay, it's getting a little bit low, but it'll be okay. Connection use must be gotten rid of. Okay, fine. 1 passive, 2 traps. This seems very playable to the top. Let's go this way. Load a program, use a program, download access. Well, I know that ordering then. Get rid of you guys, and then get our exact downloads, and then we'll have to end this turn, and then we'll look to keep going down afterwards. All right. End action for turn. Oh, you're... Wow, I can't believe you didn't find me. I'm so fortunate I got to duck below this little piece here. But yeah, this is looking a little rough. I should yield, let them all walk up. I'm not worried about taking damages yet. Although, actually, I want to buff Protocol to get him to safety, because I think you're in a dangerous spot here. So I'm going to yield. I'm going to hide you here. Maybe a little bit farther, actually. If I hide you here, you're almost certainly safe. And I can wait for these guards to come around. So let's see what they do. Because we have some land to guard. Okay, you didn't go far enough. And you also are not going far enough. Okay, cool. We can run away from you then. And I think it is correct to do so. I don't see a reason why. Let's actually have you delay all the way down. I can have you crouch to make it through without making any noise. So we can bypass this with crouching. I'm going to have you knock this camera out so that the rest of the team can leave. And we can go make an exit for a while. We'll get to here. And then crouch and we'll just kind of group up. Right, if they can't find us, great. If they do, then, you know, we'll go fight. I guess I can just stand there. It's a good enough spot. I can have you run. Let's have you end your turn in cover just to be safe. we'll leave with 1 AP as well, which will give you the take cover bonus, which gives you 10 cover bonus, which is nice. That seems reasonable. Escalation is reinforcements. That's fine. We can hold firing lines here. We still don't know where the exit is, but there's a good chance it's right by the Matrix host. Camera is still seeing my people. Is what it is. Actually, mostly just bodies. I might put you behind this box. Or I might just walk farther away. I think for now you're safe where you're standing. I'm actually not worried. Looking around. Okay, so these are all done. Not going to load any programs. Move down. We have double active here, so I'm going to load Deception. Kickshot's getting a little bit bad. Got to be careful about that one. Let's definitely go and take out the ones that... have I not bought Deception 2 yet? Or Disarm 2? I need to buy Disarm 2. I have a level 5 cyber deck now. I'll do that next time, when I remember. On exit, on download. So, Deception U, Disarm U. On exit, get bent. Gotta be careful about that one. Let's grab this. Disarm it. Cool. Let's walk... here. Program loading and connection use. Okay, we can just go connection use. That's fine. This is CPU, which means we can just no-lop it and it's going to be okay. We lose Deception, not a big deal. We spike it. That's mission complete. And fewer escalations. CPU corruption has started. The K-Milieu Matrix host will be coming apart in minutes. I could still steal a few more data files. And let's go ahead and find our exits. We'll look at that afterwards. Let's go ahead and load passive while we're here. Walk over, scan. A lot of passives there. Again, 20 connection off, gotta be a little bit careful. AP is the only thing that matters right away. Connection use, of course, must be taken down as well. Scan for the nearby stuff. When everything looks okay. We've got use a program, steal AP. Damage to connection, I can tank once. Go here. We're still going to be able to tank one escalation because we've still underflowed. And that's going to be it. That is downloads from 3 nodes. That is the CPU spike. That's mission complete. AP to spare. And we indeed have an exit right there. Or one back the way we came. So it turns out if we had chosen to go this way, we could have ended over here. But by taking the little detour, we got to not go as far. And overall looks better. So with how far away everyone else is, I think having the hacker grab this box seems fine. This might not magnet. It didn't. That's fine, though. We weren't getting out during this turn anyway, so no big deal. Oh, we got another... This is an even better assault rifle. This is one of the ones that I think you could argue is OP. There's a fork of assault rifles that have pure damage innately on them, and the math on those is just that they're the best assault rifles. They're actually just the best guns. So I will show off the Dragon Roar, but I'm probably not going to craft it. He chose to turn around. He didn't see anyone over there. And then, yeah, they're going to keep hunting around the bodies and not finding them. Tactical Surge might have actually got my whole team out, so I might have been wrong. You're going to see me on the camera. I don't care. I think with Tac Surge, he would have made it. So, might have been a mistake. I'm going to leave you here for now. I guess we'll have everyone else crouch through. Doesn't really matter. We're escalating enough anyway. Yeah, you're going to make it no problem. So, yeah, I think with Tac Surge, we might have actually got my hacker out, but oh well. We'll have most of the team leave. They are on the way. They're going towards the disturbance, which makes total sense. And they're actually going to act first as well. Escalate to level 5 or 6 or something, no, 7 even. It is simply turning devices back on, not a big deal. We got to, basically graciously dodge that. As, a lot of them run toward where the camera saw people. They're just hunting, and turns out the ones who could threaten us don't have their turn available yet, and so we are out. The data block is spiked, the virus is obliterating its nodes and wiping its quantum storage. Time to vanish. That went well, that's good. Hacker was successful. They had built up a multi-layer defense to try to keep intruders away. Didn't do them any good. Alright, well, we're impressive. The team gained some power level. We gained a good amount of XP, including people who are on the bench. We got quite a few weapon blueprints, which is nice, and... yeah, a new weapon mod. So, we can do some quick investigation of, how good this is. So, right, for comparison, we just crafted a Guardian class, but the thing we just got is the Dragon Roar. So, the Dragon Roar is a natively More accurate. Cool. Great. That's just, straight up damage. Better full auto arc. Great. Wonderful stuff. Recoil, I think, is not that important. It can be handled, especially if it's your first attack anyway. If you're not printing AP, you're often only going full auto once, so, it's pretty ignorable. The major benefit here is instead of 13 ballistic, I get 36 pure damage. And as a rule of thumb for me, pure damage is twice as good as ballistic. So it's like, yeah, minus 13 plus 72 is, an extremely large amount of damage. Like, yeah, the old one does 180. This does 60 more than that. So in my opinion, the Dragon War does 30% more damage than the Guardian class, while also having about a 5% increased damage from accuracy, mathematically, and 10, plus 10 degrees in the arc will sometimes matter as well. It'll sometimes let you double your damage output. That's going to be only on occasion, but, it's always possible. So just, a massively better gun, right? I'm not saying it, must be nerfed or anything, but, look, if you have the choice between these two, it's not close. The entire sort of pure damage fork of assault rifles is just massively better. Yes, the noise is real, sure, but that's kind of it. And then, of note, we're not going to craft it, but we got this new optic. Yeah, so here's the Maelstrom vent. So 3 meters optimal, minus 20 recoil is incredible. We actually have new suppressors here as well, minus 14. Actually, I don't know if this is actually better than what I have. And I guess actually the new mod we got might be for a sniper then? Or maybe a pistol even. So if you look at our blueprints and we say, hey, sort by the newest ones. We got this way, yeah, it's a pistol optic. 4 min range, 9 accuracy. Holy moly. That is nice. Wow. Wow, that is very good. That's definitely really, really nice. Cool. I do like this. This is strong. At some point, I'll do an endgame pistol craft, and I'm going to be really happy to have this mod on it. This is a lot of power. Cool stuff. Great. And again, unless I can afford getting the money to build a nano fab and then, 500. It's not that expensive, right? 500 for the upgraded fab level 2, 150 for the bench, slap down a weapon mod crafting bench. Very reasonable, right? Like, if you're playing with sort of normal income rules, baseline income rules, I'm PL4, I'm getting these, level 5 weapon mods. Yeah, slam down a weapon mod crafting bench and, put them in. Seems very worthwhile. There's some real power there. Or you bake them into your, weapons themselves, and it's like, yeah, I'm going to go build this Chrome Enforcer's new revolver. Cool, optimal range of 20, max range of 26. Hang on, about that, though, what if we just slammed this and put the optimal range of 24? We slammed some ranged accuracy, we slammed the single shot damage, and oh, this thing is, let's see, plus 9 accuracy here, plus 5 accuracy here, plus 3 accuracy there. Okay, so 8 plus 9 is 17. Baseline accuracy of, what, 82? Seems good. Max optimal range, 24. Seems good. Including the plus arc there. Seems really good. A little bit of free damage. Cool stuff. Okay, so, definitely powerful stuff there. If you want to kind of compare, let's go back in. This to the ones that I had, right? I guess I sold the other ones. I was using a Panther Stalker, and then replaced it with a slightly better one. But even just comparing, it's like, oh yeah, 30 ballistic, 30 pure, some armor shred, plus range. Recoil's worse, sure. Noise, barely worse, not that bad. Accuracy, yeah, it's like, oh yeah, clearly stronger. There's some better crit damage there as well. Like, obviously good stuff. Anyway, let's go send our training real quick until you get your second point. Can't do much here. We can keep bumping upsell, move this way. We're going to go and take Scapegoat at some point, and then grab Zero Interrupt, and then bump these up. We'll grab the Scapegoat tokens, then we'll grab Spoof. We'll take one in Trunk Patch when we have the time for it, but for now he's fine. Rhino's in the bench. I guess these guys aren't going on missions yet, so I'll wait a little bit. They're in the trainer, but the only thing we're going to be running, realistically, is... yeah, let's let them leave the trainer, because we're done with them for now. So the trainer's done. Let's let him detox. There's our limit break for our guy. That's nice. Loyalty at 40. I mean, I don't want these other things, so we'll just bump your loyalty. That seems fine. Let's keep letting time tick down. Oh, counter intel can be popped. Sure. Let's blow off some heat. That seems fine. Hacking station can be used. Okay, let's go bump the bounty counter hack. That one actually matters here. We'll take 50 IO and 10 AP. That seems good. Don't think I need the deck armor. I could buy it, but I don't think I need to. The damage, not that useful either. For this one, we can do the same thing. Let's go take some extra IO. We can add this one on top as well, because we can. Seems kind of free. Great. Let's let them detox. We'll put new people in the detox. And then we'll run the 2 hacking missions back to back. So we'll sort by stress. Hacker, of course, can't go into this because he's going to be busy hacking. But we'll send... Actually, I can't take my combatants out. Actually, I'm going to kick her back out because we're going to be running a battle strike, and I'm going to need the combatants for that one. So we'll take the non-combatant stress people, It's going to be basically you guys. And then let's go ahead and have our hacker grab these things. The most important one is bounty counter hack in case something goes weird. Let's just have you go now. I don't think I need to spend the 80k on this. I think it's going to be okay. But we are going to have to realize that Dade uncovered the darknet host that routed Dana Fedorov's bounty payment and the following digital cover-up. Most likely the wire ghost who operates the site is a Brave Star undercover agent. Need to find the key financial ledgers before the wire ghost who operates the darknet host becomes aware of our hack and terminates the host. So we can get some optional loot, wonderful stuff, but the primary thing is, and actually, before I even do this, I need to change your loadout and give you hacking drugs just in case. I might as well. I might as well give you hacking drugs because what's the downside? There really isn't one. And we'll save this as Hackerman's. So the Hackerman's loadout is going to always come with these two. And that's going to be a little bit nicer. So if I need to use these drugs, we can use them. Skip ice reactions, get some bonus AP. Sure, why not? Let's go run the bounty counter hack. The terminal has the matrix cords plugged in for the target matrix relay. I'm ready to infiltrate and find the transaction ledger. The file we are seeking is named Counter Fingerprint Ledger. If I need some pre-hack juice, I better grab it. To be fair, you can actually take your juice while you're hacking. It used to be that you had to unwind them before you checked in. But either way, steal whatever else you can pull, then head for the exit. Someone on the team will pick you up. Data streams won't wait. Alrighty. Well, we have 3 turns to find the offending file. And this is a fairly large host, and so getting the file might be a little bit tough. Maybe I should have bought more leverage, but it is what it is. We load hard shell, we load overclock. I'm going to load spoof early because I'm just going to probably need to. I have these. I will probably use them as it turns out. Let's load all this stuff. This should be fine. I forgot to buy disarm 2 by mistake. And let's think about which way we want to go and what's going to be efficient routing. We'll start here. AP cost versus tally. I think, well, 3 turns means escalation and kick shots is not going to be a very big deal. So we're going to go in this order. Okay, so it is slightly more efficient to go through passive ice than active ice. It's also, keep in mind, that what routing is going to be more efficient, right? So we either have to go through the bottom, check this stuff out, and then come up, and then check this stuff out, and either loop back around, or go through this. But keep in mind, right, if I got to loop around, let's see, right? If I go, let's say I go this way, right? I have to go this no matter what. I have to go this no matter what, right? These are non-negotiable because there's stuff behind them. So I'm always taking these down. I could try to bypass this, but I can't bypass that, right? Which means it's a 1 node before mandatory path. Now, on the other side, right, and this is mandatory, and this is mandatory, and so it's like, well, this is mandatory, you know, this is probably shortest path as well. On the other side, this one, right, I could theoretically bypass both of these by going around on this route. So I'm pretty sure the left-hand side is more skippable. And if I think about, like, the AP cost of doing things, it's 2 AP to move, right? So let's say I'm here. And instead of going through this, then landing here, which is 2 moves and, you know, 5 or 6 ice, which is also, again, another, you know, 5 or 6 actions, right? So it's 8 moves. Or it's like 8 actions. I can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And it's just, like, strictly fewer actions. So I can skip both of these nodes, probably permanently, and just go down this way. So that's going to be the play. That's going to be the calculation of what's correct here. So damage to connection versus security tally. Generally speaking, right, 5 tally is 1/8 of an escalation. An escalation is not worth 80 connection health, which means this is more important than that one. So we go here first, then we take our tally, and then we can maybe skip program loading based on what's here. Unfortunately, we can't. We need new active ice instructions, so unfortunately, we had to burn a charge. That's too bad, but it is what it is. Spoof has already blocked the first escalation. It's already done. All right, we go here. For AP versus tally, again, I want to make as much progress as I can per turn. We'll tank a bit of tally. We make up the ice. That kind of sucks. I have to load this in its face. Actually, I'm going to... Ow, the AP cost sucks here, but that had to be the best thing I could do. We scan, and we see some loot. Now, because we're looking actually for a loot file, we actually do have to go here. So, damage to connection. Whatever trap is there is not spicy. It's on exit. Okay. This is not what I was looking for, but it is what it is. Take this down. 1 tally per action means a great place to load programs in, so I will do so. Notice that I am now capped on IO. And because I have to investigate this top half of the map, I'm going to go ahead and run there now and see what's over here. And I'm very, very likely to null op this. This just seems worth doing. Well, I guess we'll see what's there. If it looks, you know, not too scary, it's maybe okay. Yeah, unload on action and plus tally. I mean, plus tally is not a big deal. Unload on action can be spiked first turn. So I think I'm going to start here because the trap might be not that bad. So the trap is restarts all ice, which happened. It's ignorable. All that happened is I knock this down. I get my 5 tally. I choose to not care about the rest of it. We can't load any programs. I might not care. Okay, here's stuff over here. Guess what we're doing? More of the same. Now, there is a trap here. What's the trap? It's getting moved around. And I don't want to deal with whatever's here. I'm going to null op. I have no idea what's here, but it's going to be really annoying. We lose Deception too. It's okay. We were low on charges anyway. And so let's, you know, do some counting on action points and whatnot. Well, scan costs 1. I can download 3. And in fact, as luck would have it, we found the fingerprint ledger. So, mission complete. Downloading and scored. The critical file is downloaded and the UD ledger intact. It's a major clue we can use. Well played. Let's get you out of there. The mission will end when the time limit ends, or if he walks to the exit zone, but I may keep hacking and take risks. So sure, why not? Let's keep taking downloads. By the way, if you really care, rarity is basically always more valuable than level. Rarity is plus 1x per rarity. So, right, common is 1x, rare is 2x, epic is 3x, legendary is 4x. Whereas level is 10% per level. So 1, 1.2, 1.3, 1.4. So if you care, regardless though, I have 2 AP left. Let's go ahead and scan. There's stuff here. Sure. I could, it wouldn't be correct, but I could use blue juice here, get AP, use that to download, walk over here. But since I don't have deception available, there's no real point to it. I can save blue juice for a turn when it's going to be more useful. So yeah, we'll end the action. That's fine. And you can always use blue juice more than once in a turn, by the way. So like you truly are able to hold as long as you want until you're in a turn where you clearly need the 20 AP. Okay, let's end the action as said. First turn is pretty successful. We take our download. Let's go ahead and load active disruption. Let's go here. Damage to connection. Okay. Look for traps. Traps are when you exit. Cool. -4 health, not a big deal. We have some deck shield. Let's go ahead and take you down now. I'm out of scan. Gotta load that. We scan. We see something very spicy over here. This is almost certainly going to be an instant null op. Damage cyberdeck on action. Unload. Tally. I mean, we could go here, but I just don't want to deal with it. We'll just null op this. I load. Damn, that's actually a pretty expensive spell to lose, but oh well. We go here. We have some free downloads. Let's go. Download, load a program. Okay, don't load any programs. Got it. Take these. Keep moving forward. Okay, tough thing is, I forget what's here. This had to have been when you load a program on this passive ice. And so I have to disable that somehow. And actually, no. I can go over here. This is going to be okay. So I'm going to go all the way over. Because we know that this trap ice was when you do something, get relocated. It's already... Oh! Oh, it's not that. Oh, and it's... Okay, this is still okay. Lots of protection health is what it is. Go here. Scan for a second trap. There isn't one. Kindle this in its face. Okay, we're fine. Take our downloads. Lost some more health. It's okay still. We have enough deck shield. And so let's go investigate the bottom side now. Right? We've got some space to do it. Let's keep moving around. We have enough to deal with this stuff here. Damage to connection, 4 AP. Connection health's getting a little bit spicy. I'm going to start moving over and switching what I'm prioritizing here. Connection use must be killed. Escalating in a little bit, but not yet. Okay, we found the CPU. Must have, because it didn't get revealed. So, spike. There we go. Alright, escalations that would exist blocked. We can see that both these nodes are indeed useless, so I'm kind of glad we bypassed them. I'm going to load active destruction because of what's here. And do I need to have more AP right now? I think the answer is no. I don't need to use blue juice yet. We can walk over here. Plus tally. Program loading could be skipped probably. Nope, I need disarm. So let's go ahead and knock you down. Kind of unfortunate, but it is what it is. I am IO starved again. However, it doesn't matter that I'm IO starved, because I don't need to load sleaze yet. So I can walk over. I can knock you down. There's some trap here. The trap is, if you download, get relocated. Okay, fine. We'll do second scan to see what's down here. Okay, all reasonable. We'll have to knock this down, and then load sleaze, then knock this down. We've got 1 turn left with 2 nodes to clear. Should be fine. And it's time for our last turn. Let's disarm you. Let's load this. Let's sleaze you. Great. Get our downloads, and then we have only 1 trap destruction. That should be okay. Yeah, it's when you exit the node, so we can skip that. Take any action, relocate, get rid of you. Access disabled. More accounts. Great. And we managed to clear it out. So without, well, we did actually really need the leverage that we popped here. The IP, or sorry, the IO and the AP were definitely very valuable. We definitely were running into the IO cap otherwise. But we got, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 sets of downloads, spiked the CPU, got the mission complete, all very happy stuff. Great. With like a full turn of AP to go. So yep, never needed to use blue juice. And of course, if we had disarm too, it would have been nicer, but we didn't have it. If we had better things, up-leveled smooth and whatnot, it'd be nicer. But also, it's only yellow host, not an orange one, so, it definitely could have been harder. As it is, we're good to go. I can walk away with whatever I've managed to download. In, out, stole everything. We've stolen the counter fingerprint ledger we came for. Objective locked in. Well played. Let's get you out of there. Go us. You were smooth in digital there, upsell. The Wire didn't have time to turn it to host before I snagged the ledger. Darknet hosts are so intangible they never stay around long, and if the Wire Ghost was really a brave star undercover, no wonder they burn it all down rather than be exposed. We got what we came for. They didn't purge the UD ledger completely. Ledgers love to record it all, in this case to our advantage. Yep, the counter fingerprint ledger has a wallet address in it. They'll nuke this chain of wallets quickly once they realize what they've lost. But I was able to back hop the transfers. They routed through 11 fake accounts before the money made it to the headhunters. It all leads back to a joint UNA and Bravestar discretionary spending account, just earmarked with the word Hummingbird. Not a fan of hearing that the government is involved. What stake would UNA have in Dana's tech? It could explain a lot of things, where the funding's coming from, how Dana has kept it secret inside of Bravestar. It also has big implications for where the tech could go. This isn't some pet Bravestar project anymore. It's even more dangerous. So the counter fingerprint ledger is a start to exposing the location or access point to the clandestine digital fingerprinting tech team that Dana Fedorov runs. We'll need to find the rest of the file set. Right now, it is not in the game currently in early access, but it will get added at some point. Looking forward to the conclusion of the storyline, of course. Solid XP for Dade. And yeah, a few downloads here, which are nice. Quite a lot of accounts, quite a lot of files. Cool stuff. But eventually, there is a mintable file set that is the total counter fingerprint ledger. We don't have it. Yeah, so like here, right? Like we have the ledger, but we're missing parts 2, 3, and 4. So eventually, we'll be able to get them all. We have some other files we can mint here, so great. Let's make you level 4, and let's see if we, coin flip getting the legendary one. We have Dr. Sumdar's V-chip. That's actually kind of nice. We can mint this, and we get a new contact. The Racketeer Black Book looks craftable. And we also get our first vulnerable host analysis. This basically generates a procedurally generated solo hacking mission that you can use to make some money. If you want to go for some solo hacks and make more cash, you can go here and run these. Also, you can use your counter intel. No, not your counter intel. You can use the Underworld Hub. Well, I'm griefing. Where do you get this from? Is it actually a counter intel? Yeah, it's right here. You can find a hack mission, and you can basically say, oh, make one at, some size level. Let me hack this and get some stuff. So you can use hacking for a lot of income if you're like, oh, I hit a new power level, such as 5 just now, as luck would have it. We are PL5, so any missions we accept are going to have more XP, more money, and they should now actually be power level 8 enemies since we're at PL 1.5x, and the game rounds for enemy power level that we're going to be moving up and hitting PL 8 enemies, so new tier acquired. Cool stuff. Anyway, before we get all this done, I'm going to go ahead and run. And nice, we have another labor lined up. We have some loot 3 lined up. I'm still waiting for everyone else to get their limit break though. So I'm going to pop this. I'm going to run some more solo matrix hacking here. We'll get some more money, and then we'll figure everything else out afterwards. So welcome back to hacking. You know what to do. Jack in and get hunting. Sure thing, buddy. All right, well, we've got 3 turns. We got to find all the bioformula if we can. This host is small. Okay, fine. We'll load all of our talents as normal. We'll load all of our programs as normal. This host is looking a little bit easier. We're only seeing 2 on these basic nodes, although actually I think these incinerators always only have 2. Once again, a 3-turn hack means I'm not worried about connection health initially, so we'll go for AP. Here's 3 on the node. Okay. We'll just go in this order. I already explained why I would go for connection health over everything else. No matter which way we go, it's not going to really matter. We'll go to the right because then we backtrack a little bit less overall. Connection, and then tally, and then connection. Same stuff. Okay, double passive on the right. That's probably going to be playable, but we'll preload sleeves to be safe. Yeah, it turns out it didn't have to matter, but we'll sleaze. Oh, we're at the CPU. Guess what I'm doing? No op. That was convenient. A lot of traps here. Some stuff here as well. It's going to be annoying. We'll load this later when we actually need it. We got stuff to deal over here. If you take any action, steal IP, go away. Scan again. If you load a program, okay, don't do that. Download's done. We only have one active, so we got to get rid of another one here. What do we have? Tally, damage to cyberdeck. We'll take Tally for now. That's fine. Deception. Deception. Scan for a trap. What do we have? This is when you load a program. Program loading is blocked down there as well. I'm just going to... Well, I have to. We'll have to move, actually. We need to get rid of this stuff, and it's going to be too annoying, so I'm going to move up. Load Deception back up, and then come back down and keep the forward movement, though. Protection health can be tanked. It's not a big deal. That's annoying. Not the end of the world, though. We'll just walk over here, end the turn. No big deal. This all seems fine. On the turn 2. Alrighty, well, Tally on any action. We can just drop you real quick. I could have just left the node, to be fair, but whatever. Alright, well, we are out of charges of most things. Let's go ahead and load scan. Let's load sleaze while I'm here, because I think it's going to be fine. This one is connection use, so we've got to get rid of you no matter what. Let's just be AP efficient and go here first. Scan for the neighbors. I'm going to walk down first. Maybe get an escalation, could scan again and see what's up there. There's only one trap, that's fine. Usually you don't have to care about both. Yeah, it's like download a file. Obviously got to go here to start. We'll disarm you. Kick shelf is okay. I got to reload disarm to knock this down. Lots of downloads here. And we're finally finding all the pieces. Let's keep hunting. We'll start skipping the dialogue because it's all going to be kind of the same. This is all done. Let's go upwards. Nope, no new scan is what it is. Let's go up here, and just for efficiency, we'll just null-op this. It makes it faster. I don't really care what's down there. Woke up 0 ice. Yep, see? Turns out it was fine. We'll take these. Bioformula last piece. Mission complete. And great. We got our 3 to the downloads. We got through this one. Sec level 6, not horrible. Not that it really matters. Q-Sec level does not translate into heat like meat space security does, so it's kind of chill. But we are done. Victory. Okay. Well, yeah, much less XP for a procedurally generated hack mission, of course. Very expected. Decent amount of stuff, not a ton, but hey, we got some money, we got some XP, we got hype for him, and we got a few downloads. Alright, well, we are power level 5, and the goal now is to set up for running this Alpha Strike, and then maybe trying to get into the loot files mission as well. A few other small things to go for. We can now build his research compendium. It's worth a good amount of money, by the way, you can see. We don't have... Yeah, this is identical, so we'll mint this, try to sell that. We have some files we can go use. And so what I'm going to do... Let's see. Who will buy this? Who matters to me? You're capped out. You... I don't care about your medical items, really. I don't care about you very much either. You're capped out here. But I do want to keep selling to Jacob. He's already 100, so I don't care there. Let me double check that Isaac still can't sell anything. He wasn't selling before, and he's still not on the list, so I'm not sure what's... Oh, no, there he is. So yeah, he sells Dazzlers and Shock Mines, which is pretty nice. I don't know who else sells them, actually. Let me put all the sellers back on. But yeah, does anyone else sell Shock Mines? No, he's the only one, right? So he's the one guy who sells Milsec items. And I will say, I do like my Dazzlers and Shock Mines, so maybe I will sell to him. Bump him up a little bit. That seems reasonable. Also, yeah, we managed to high roll it legendary, so 300k, pretty sweet. Probably just go to the highest bidder no matter what here. I just want money. 400k. Yep, I guess it's a little bit... We can go here instead and bump him. I mean, Dance Hall is done on limit break, so... Actually, I guess we sell Adorn. It's barely less money, and we want to limit break his implants. So that seems fine. We have, you know, individual things we can just sell for, you know, a tiny bit of money. Those go to the highest bidder. Similar for here, it's just, this is worth money, so we'll just sell the highest bidder. Racketeer Probe, similar stuff here. This isn't useful if it's not a file set. There's nothing special about it. So these just go to whoever. Same here. But then these are worth influence. And this specifically is a V-chip. We get a new contact here. So we're going to execute it, and we will destroy the file, but we will meet Dr. Simdara, our latest connect and a corpse splicer. I know you'll bring me top dollar customers, but be very careful on my clinic. Any lapse security will be the end of this arrangement. We can find corpse supplies of Dr. Samdara in our contact list and check out what additional services and offerings she may be able to do. Let's do that. So Dr. Ash got through a limit break, and we spent 400k to make her clinic better, and she has level 3 cybernetics as a result. Dorn came in through the German connection, and already came in with cybernetics 3 and imported 4, which is pretty sweet. So he's already better than she is. And then Dr. Samdara comes in with cybernetics 3 as well. Worth noting, though, that she is fast at surgery, which is cool. And as we kind of saw before, we have a limited number of beds. And so the more people we can give implants to, the better. And again, we can potentially rank her up. She also sells medical items, but so does like Dr. Ash, but at a lower level. So does Actually, he doesn't sell this at all. All right. Anyway, so that could be an option here. This just creates basically, it's functionally a loot 3 files mission, but with no base pay. Just run around and get money. That's all it really does. So I'm not going to bother with that for now. 180k, again, probably just want the money here. And so we'll just say, since Dorn doesn't buy them, 180k versus 207k is close enough. Although let's just sell to you because, here, we'll go here first. I assume Isaac will bite. Yep. So 20k, is totally fine on money. 20 influence species in line for limit break, and we can upgrade his sells milsec item service. We'll wait on this until Isaac has limit broken, and we'll go to that later. Additionally, we can sell random garbage items to people. Penny pays for them, great. Give me money. I'm not going to craft these for a very, very long time. So just give me money. This one, because it's a epic blueprint, is worth influence. Penny is already in line for limit break, so no reason to give this to her yet. But at some point I will. I've got really good money now, so I probably want to start crafting that big assault rifle. It's better than what I had. And again, I'm declining the Dragon Roar here. I'm maybe declining the shotgun. Maybe I should just build this. So if I try to build the shotgun, it's obviously quite loud, but it's also very... it's quite powerful. And also I have a ton, absolute ton of mods here for a shotgun. I've got a bunch of Harrier grips. Looks like I have nothing. Oh, I can get the wide flak instead. 2 recoil, 20 arc seems kind of bad. But the Harrier grip is +1 max, 6 accuracy, 5 arc. Seems good. We can slam that on. There's only 2 mod spots, by the way, for a shotgun. So that one's going to have to be my most powerful. Oh, no, I can do this instead on the body mod. But it's still worse than these, so I'm not going to bother. We'll force on heavy damage or something. But the question is, barrel mod. Wow, I get +6 max? That's ridiculous. That's so strong. The thing is, I need plus optimal. I've only got 1 optimal here. And so my optimal is only 9. And you got to keep these both like relatively close together, otherwise you can't do anything with it, because the range is too bad. So I would need to get a ton of max optimal somehow, which realistically means get a better body mod. You can get more than 1 with your body mod, but I don't have it right now. I don't care about the crit. This gun specifically doesn't care about the shred. This gun is a damage gun. Recoil is not very useful because I'm going to go focused fire on the same target. But yeah, I can get max range 5 or max range 6. Both these are actually unneeded because my ranges are so far apart anyway that I have a max optimal of 9 with a max range of 14. I'm not going to shoot at 5 range off, so there's no point to do that. So let me find a barrel mod I actually want to use, and it's going to be something like this, where I get another +3 optimal and some pure damage. That seems pretty doable here. Would I rather do this one? No, it's worse. We pretty clearly want to just go for something like this. I think it's actually my best option. These drivers give max range, which I just can't really make use of until I get better body mods, and I haven't found one yet, so not gonna happen here. So yeah, the play is clearly the longbow V-rail. As far as other blueprints are concerned, I can throw on intrinsics. I'm gonna probably save the heavy damage if I can for something that's kind of stronger. As a single shot weapon, right, there's not that much value in 26 damage per bullet. I might go here, use like the little babier version. And realistically, I might just burn the recoil because I have nothing else to put on. Even though it's not great. We just kind of go here and be like, yeah, here's a recoil intrinsic. It's not the sickest, but like, what else are you gonna do? It's free stats. And so 100% intrinsic chance for the body mod and the barrel mod. We get +4 max optimal, which means our max optimal is now 12, which is quite playable. Max range of 14 is in line with other shotguns. It's just that this one has a really bad optimal range, but again, it's fine. Yeah, looking pretty playable here. It's looking like pretty good damage as well, so we're reasonably accurate. Right, we've got accuracy bonus here, so we're at 78. Yeah, we'll go ahead and craft the shotgun because I can. Looks correct. Let's go. We'll craft the sniper later. We'll craft the melee later, but for now it's fine. We're at max tasks for now, so we'll keep the time going forward. Hacking stations at level 3. Great. What's next? Probably making the cold storage better, actually. Let's go ahead and spend the 500k on that. Because we need upgraded cooling to get our detox upgraded, to get the 3rd bench, and to get the upgraded stress removal. So that's a very big power spike, but it's very expensive. You have to upgrade cold storage to like 8. But we're fine as we are. Influence limit break, great. We can Puppet Master to upgrade all of his services, which would guarantee he gets utility programs. We can also give him a power play. There is, right now, today, no Wire Ghost power plays in the game just yet. Actually, depending on his traits, this actually might be something for him. So, if I check what his traits are, there might be something available to him. If he... Okay, no, there isn't. But some power plays, like even weapon services, might be tagged to things like, oh, he like really cares about outer space. And there's a power play that's about importing a bunch of like swords from a forge in orbit. And so because he cares about space, he like makes a connection about, you know, with this like space forge and goes like, you know what? Screw it. I'm going to make this power play because I, you know, want to live in space at one day. And having this connect that I, you know, do business with, you know, it all works out. End of the day, though, yeah, nothing to do here. One day there will be, though, more stuff, and that'll be great. When they add it, he'll be ready to go. That seems fine. Still waiting, actually, for... We sort by influence. Are you blocking other escalations? I hope not. Oh, no, he's at 100, so he's just first in line, of course. But yeah, these 3 are all still in line. And so we're hoping that we can get the limit breaks and have them go well. He's looking for a file set job, but I'm trying to wait for him to get his limit break first so I can bump all this stuff. That would be nice. So once again, time can tick forward. Influence limit break for Tormask. You're actually, you don't like me, I believe. Yeah, you're an enemy, but you're on a power play, which, good for you. Let's go ahead and save our progress. I haven't done that in a little while. All right, so here's our Alpha Strike on offer. FSC is going to stake out a little corner of our turf. Please kick them in the teeth with an Alpha Strike. They take it over a fortified position in the boundary zone. Try to push our edge. Let's go take them out. Alrighty. So we've got a Battle Strike here on a map called Rooftop Ziggurat. We get a decent amount of pay. She's going to gain some bonus influence thanks to our contact services. I can use the Underworld Hub relatively soon. I'm going to use it probably now, actually, and generate a new contact because what I want is a high-risk transporter. This is somebody that I can trade leverage to, or trade favors with, and they will actually let me bring a 5th person to battle strikes. So let me introduce Bastille, our latest contact, and a hover operator. If you've got cold, hard UDAS chopper, I'll fly anywhere, anytime. So we can find her on our contact list and check out what additional services and offerings they might be able to offer. So indeed, we can go look for Bastille. Oh, yeah, sort of by influence, sort by name, please. And this is you. You can buy armor blueprints from me. That's cool. You've got a bunch of traits for things that you might do. Dreams of Gleam mean you actually might be someone that would, if we give her a power play, would actually, if she had a power play, would, my brain is blanking. I'll get there in a minute, I promise. Could actually have the like imported space swords, you know, power play if we ever got her there, right? If she's powerful enough. But we also need favors, because if we look at this mission and we say, hey, I would like to get rapid transport, we don't have the favor. So we have to actually mint a favor for Bastille. Now we can mint them with a level 4 counter intel pod, but we don't have a level 4 counter intel pod. We can try to build it, but we need to get money and get nano scrubbing. We're on the way to nano scrubbing, but we're not there yet, right? Same with the money actually right now. We can try to sell things to Bastille, right? We can check the contact again. Bastille, what do you buy? Syndicate files, gang files, armor blueprints. Okay, well, files that maybe Bastille would buy. Yep, she would actually buy the Racketeer Black Book. And even though this is pretty expensive, we could say, hey, Bastille, your favors cost 24k. This thing would fetch me 200,000, but I need favors so badly, we're just going to go for it. It is totally possible. It's a thing we could do. Another option, though, is for blueprints here, right? If I sell an armor blueprint, and she only buys level 1 to 3, so let me, you know, lower this. Can I find an armor blueprint that's, you know, good enough that she will buy? Unfortunately, not for enough money. Her favor value is slightly too high for that, and so even my best armor here, I can't sell and get value out of it. Too bad, but it is what it is. And again, for everyone else, you know, I don't need to give her a limit break. This doesn't matter, so yeah, all I've really got is this. I think realistically, Even though I take a lot of monetary loss for this one, the favors are worth it, and so here you go. You owe me 3 favors. And that means now, for this mission, I can buy rapid transport and get best deal to take this as a favor. And now I can prep 5 mercs. Great. Obviously, I don't want to run like hackers and whatnot. I would want to run this. This is my core combat squad. These are all 5 combat classes. I'm going to count the Cyber Knight as a combat class, of course. You'll need a blade. You'll be wearing what you're wearing. You're going to be, of course, using the sniper setup. We'll do this all off camera for the next mission, but hey, by the way, you're going to be looking at something like this. Otherwise, these 2 can keep detoxing. We can throw 2 other people into the trainer. I'm actually curious if we're still under this time constraint. Yeah, 6 days here for you. That's still going to be at the same time, so that's not going to matter here. Ultimately, I'm going to stop here. We'll do a little bit of base management off camera, get the mission ready to go, get everyone equipped, and next mission will be this battle strike, and then maybe looping into this loot files mission afterwards. So thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.